Have you been working on manifesting and attracting more money into your life? Well, here's 10 signs you're about to have a financial breakthrough and manifesting more money. This is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com, and let's dive right into the video. Number 1, you've been financial journaling for 30 plus days. You see, one of the quickest ways in order to change your financial beliefs is to engage the different aspects of your senses. So what I invite you to do, if you haven't started this yet, is to quite simply, at the start of every single day, write down the date. So for instance, April 1st at the top of the page, and then you make space for 10 lines. And what you do is, I am so grateful now that, and then you write out whatever it is that you're manifesting. I am so grateful now that I'm earning $15 an hour at my dream job. I am so grateful now that I'm earning $100,000 a month. I am so grateful now that I'm earning $4,000 a month doing X, Y, or Z. Whatever it is, your affirmation or your statement, what you're doing is you're using your eyes because you're seeing it every time you're writing it. You're using your body because you're literally writing it, and you're engaging your thought pattern and your nervous system in a new way to rewire it, because all your bank account and your income is simply a reflection off of the programmed thought patterns in your mind. So one of the quickest and most effective ways to reprogram your thought patterns is financial journaling. I am so grateful now that. Write it out, and for 30 days you write the statement over and over in the present tense. Number 2, you stop saying, I really want money. Because every time you say, I really want, what you're actually saying is, I really do not have it. And money responds to your vibration, not to what you want. I would like, I want is akin to I do not have it. So what you see is people wanting to manifest more abundance, but they're coming from a scarcity consciousness, observing the fact that there isn't enough abundance in their life. All that you receive is all that you see. If what you see is, I do not have what I want, I do not have enough money, all your reticular activating system, which is the part of your brain that focuses on your dominant thought patterns and intentions, because there's billions of bits of information happening every single second. So your reticular activating system takes your central focus and it brings that to the forefront. I really want more money. The reticular activating system says, brain, focus on the fact that we do not have enough money. And then we find more and more reasons why we don't have enough money. Oh, this bill. Oh, well, the last 12 days I've been working really hard and my manifestation hasn't happened yet. You're gonna see a big breakthrough as soon as you quit saying, I really want. And you can start being grateful and appreciative for all the abundance that you have in your life. So practice that. And if you are, start to find the ways that you see more abundance. Count the money. Look for prosperity. Count all the prosperity just at your house. I mean, even grass costs money. It's expensive to put grass down. The sprinklers, the water for them, your couch, your computer, your iPhone, your car, your clothes. Start counting prosperity. All the things you bought last week, even if it wasn't all the things you really wanted. Start counting prosperity so your reticular activating system starts focusing on abundance rather than the lack of it. When you do that, you put yourself in vibrational harmony with abundance, and you begin to see it show up in your life. Number 3, you've been hypnotizing yourself for at least 2 weeks. Hypnotizing yourself. Hypnotizing yourself is always this airy-fairy idea in terms of what our society thinks that it is. But all it is rewriting the unconscious patterns of your mind, your behavior, and your life circumstances. Psychologists tell us we have 65,000 thoughts in a day. 95% of them are unconscious, meaning they're habitually programmed, and we just react those programs, thought patterns, beliefs, and behaviors and circumstances of our lives out. So your financial results are an unconscious program. how you spend your money, how you feel about receiving money. Do you think you're worth money? If you think it's possible for you to earn it, what you do whenever the subject of a raise comes up or to ask for more money. All of these things are subconscious pattern plans. In essence, we're hypnotized. Most often though, we're hypnotized by our parents, by our society, by our friends, and by our dominant cultural narratives. Most of those are negative with regards to attracting money. Why? Because 9 out of 10 people die with less than $10,000 and virtually no financial assets. Approximately 75% of people are living from paycheck to paycheck, and your average American does not even have $2,500 saved. All of that being so, those are simple stats that point out to the irreplaceable fact that most people have a negative relationship with attracting financial abundance in their life. Therefore, since we're all part of a larger collective consciousness, it's highly likely that we're programmed the same way. In essence, we're hypnotized around money in ways that we may not actually be aware of or that are not in alignment with what we consciously desire. So you have to hypnotize yourself. You have to brainwash yourself before the world does. When I realized all of this and I was struggling so much to get my career off the ground, I recorded my own hypnosis. I've used it for 6 years. I use it every day. And you can use that too. It's jakeshypnosis.com down below. And it's designed to rewire the subconscious programming and hypnotize yourself for prosperity and abundance and success. Because it's all there. It's just that we have to align with it. All the money in the universe is already here. And there's not more of it that's going to come. We're just not in alignment with it. So what I invite you to do is to use that and to start to hypnotize yourself to just see it everywhere that you go. Catch yourself whenever you're in a negative thought pattern around it. When you start to hypnotize it, what you're doing is you're rewriting your negative programming around money. And when you do that, given that 95% of your life is subconscious, you start to unconsciously attract more abundance into your life, whereas most people unconsciously attract more money problems into your life. If that makes sense, comment yes down below. I will brainwash myself before the world does. Brainwash yourself before the world brainwashes you. Number 4, you are no longer jealous of people with greater financial success than you or other people that are doing well. What happens a lot of times, and I've learned this from my own experiences, instead of looking at my situation and my lack of success in my life, what I would do is I would justify why I didn't have success, and then I would knock or find something wrong with somebody who did. Now, people do this all the time. Maybe somebody wants a Ferrari and they see somebody with a Ferrari, but they're struggling financially, personally, but they see the other person and they say, that rich jerk. Why don't they give their money to a starving child in Africa? Or you see someone with a nice car and you say, or a nice house, or a nice body, and you say, that fit jerk with that 6-pack, or that bitch with that nice butt, right? A woman might say that, or she's so full of herself. Look at how she flaunts her body. We use all these ways to cope with the fact that we actually want something that somebody else has, but instead of honoring them and seeing the fact that they have it means you too can have the very thing that they have in your own form of your own personal desire. What we do instead is we make the other person wrong for having it, because we believe that somehow by them having it, we can't have it, or it makes us feel bad that we don't have it yet. But when you do that and you make somebody else's wrong, or you get jealous, or you rationalize why you don't have success, in effect, what you're doing is you're telling your subconscious mind that controls 95% of your life, what you're saying to it is, that Ferrari's bad, that money is bad, that great body is bad, that dream house, that dream car, that promotion is bad, because they have it and I don't. So what your subconscious does is it protects you from having it, and it creates self-sabotaging behavioral or thought patterns that block you from achieving or attracting that into your life. Why? Because your subconscious job is simply to protect you and create what it is that you tell it. it doesn't have the ability to rationalize and say, oh, the boss just meant that he's upset that he doesn't have a Ferrari. Let me go create a Ferrari for him. Oh, the boss is just upset that that person got a raise and you didn't. So I'm gonna go help you create a raise unconsciously. No. All it does is respond emotionally, and the emotional energy around it is, that's bad, that's wrong. Really what we're saying is, I wish I had that, but the subconscious doesn't pick that up, and it blocks you from attracting that into your life. Start to practice saying, I'm so grateful that you have that car, that promotion. I really wanted that promotion, but I'm so grateful you got it because it's showing me that there's even something better available in my life. Start to catch yourself when you're wanting to be jealous and make somebody else wrong, and reframe it into how, by them having or achieving what you want, it will help you create it as well. Number 5, the universe is speaking to you through synchronicities around financial abundance. So this can come in many ways, shapes, or forms. Perhaps you wanted a certain car and you start to notice them more often. Perhaps you've been working really hard to create more abundance in your life, and the house that you've always desired just went up for sale. Maybe you can't even afford it yet, but it's a synchronicity that the universe is saying, hey, you're on the right track. Maybe you've been working on creating more abundance and your company that you work for went under, or you got fired. That's a synchronistic sign to push you in a direction that has a higher income earning possibility. So you'll notice sometimes the universe will speak to you through what we call positive things. Sometimes it will do it through what we call negative things. Start to look more deeply and ask yourself, what could this sign mean that you're starting to see in your life? Maybe it's that you're attracting more people that you're meeting at coffee shops or grocery stores or a friend of a friend or at a dinner party or what have you, that have created the level of success that you want. Maybe it's something like that or none of the above, but start to notice the signs. And when you see those signs of abundance, maybe it's you've been working on attracting more money, or right after you watch this video, you find some money on the ground. These are signs from the universe that you're on the right track for abundance. Number 6, you have clearly defined money goals and you're taking inspired action as if you've already achieved these things. You have clearly defined goals, meaning I'm so grateful that I've earned $100,000 a year. I'm so grateful I'm earning $12 an hour. I'm so grateful that I paid off my $42,000 of debt and I now have a positive net worth of $25,000. Whatever it is your financial and abundance goals are, they're clearly defined. Most people say, I want lots of money. I want lots of abundance. But what does that mean? That's a very subjective viewpoint. The universe can only work with you. God can only work with you to the degree that you desire when you give it objective targets to co-create and hit with it. And when you're doing that, you begin to create inspired action. So what that means is, let's say your goal was to be a musician grossing $75,000 a year off of your art and your touring and your merchandise. That doesn't mean that you sit around on your couch. You ask yourself this question: if I was already grossing $75,000 as a musician, what would I be doing? What is a musician who's grossing $75,000? What is it looking like? And you start showing, well, it would probably mean every other day they're publishing a new cover song onto YouTube. It may mean that they're doing X or Y or Z. We're taking inspired action as if what we want to achieve has already been accomplished. I've been doing this forever with this channel. I mean, this channel is a perfect example. I would say to myself, if I already had 100,000 YouTube subscribers, what would my channel look like? So I'd go find channels that even weren't the same type of genre as mine, but I would go look at them and I'd find out what they do. Well, they publish every single day. Well, they have good thumbnails. Well, they're getting better and better at communication. And so what I started doing is I said, I will publish every single solitary day. My thumbnails will be great, my titles will be great, and I'll give my all in every single solitary video. And I will do it without regard to how soon life catches up to me, because I already know I have 100,000 subscribers. That's what I used to tell myself, even when I wasn't making progress. I was living from the inspired action of already being the person that I wanted to manifest. And as you move, life responds to that state of vibration. Number 7, you see money as energy, and energy is simply a representation of your level of consciousness. How could money be anything but energy? Really think about that. How could it be anything but energy? What am I? Energy. What are you? Energy. Everything in this physical universe is energy. So what could money be? Anything but energy. It's an energy that you're putting out into the world. Oftentimes that energy involves proper systems in place that allow you to scale a business, a product, or an idea. But what are those? Those are levels of consciousness that you're utilizing in order to grow. Business levels of consciousness, entrepreneurial levels of consciousness. It's energy. And when you look at money as an object that's limited by nature, then your belief system, your level of consciousness that you're operating from is inherently limited and doesn't allow you to attract more money. Why? Because if it's an object that's limited, then if you get it, somebody else is going to lose it. Unconsciously, in our very nature, we're programmed as social creatures to share and help one another. You will sabotage your own success because you believe if you get, somebody else will lose. But if you understand it's energy, and what it really is a medium of exchange, because it would be very difficult for us to use gold coins or cows as a medium of exchange. Like, let's say that you are a really great hair cutter. Everyone knows I need a haircut, everyone talks about it on comments. I'd love to see you with a haircut, but I'm not gonna cut it. But let's pretend that I needed a haircut. And let's pretend I wanted to give you cows instead of money. And you were like, Jake, I just cut your hair, that'll be $65. And I said, yeah, but this cow is worth $2,000. I'll give you the cow. And you said, I don't want the cow, it's too inconvenient, give me the money. You know, you'd probably call the police on me. Why? Why would you do that? Even if the cow was worth more money. Because you want a convenient medium of exchange that allows you to take the money and transfer it to your highest values. Cows aren't your highest values. Let's say it's shoes, and you wanted that money so you could buy a new pair of running shoes. So money is a very valuable medium of exchange. It's totally selfless, and it's an equal medium of exchange value. And when you understand this, and you understand more than anything, it's energy. Energy by its very nature is infinite. You can never take enough of infinite. And you can never take from infinite, which will cause somebody else to lose. It's impossible. And when you understand this, you raise your level of consciousness to a place where you can attract abundance, but not identify with it to the point where it can distort your personality, or if you lose it, somehow you're less than, or that you think you need to take advantage of other people to get it. No, it's energy, and I'll offer my energy in my own ways to the world in the best value I can, and I'll happily receive and I'll willingly give energy. When you understand it, you can attract more of it. Number 8, your visualizations are becoming so real that when you open your eyes, sometimes you wonder which is real. The visualization that you were just in, or the reality you're opening your eyes to. Which one is real? When that's happening, when you're really deep into that state, what I do is I turn on the success hypnosis that I mentioned earlier. You can download it, jakeshypnosis.com. I turn it on, I close my eyes, and I sit in the state of being able to have this channel reach 10 million people, getting 15, 20 million views on a video and inspiring so many people and seeing so many messages of people's lives being changed that I can't even read them all. I see myself being able to freely do whatever it is that I desire without financial constraints. I see myself in this place and I get into it so real. I see it so vividly in my mind that I forget about my body, I forget about time, I allow myself to go there. And sometimes when I open my eyes, I'm like, is this real or was that real? And one of the signs that you're on the path or are already attracting more abundance into your life is that your visualizations are becoming so real that that's happening. Now, the reason that that's so is because your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's not real. When you evoke powerful enough emotion that it stimulates your nervous system, whether it's real or not real, it imprints in your subconscious mind. So when you have visualizations that are so real that it actually open your eyes and it feels more real than that, you've imprinted your subconscious mind for a reality to change in your life. And that's how it works. So when your visualizations are getting so dang real that you wonder, were they more real than reality? You're right on the path for more abundance. Number 9, you no longer believe in financial luck. I cannot tell you how many messages I get from people asking me for money. I get them on Instagram, I get them on YouTube comments, I get them on emails, I get them on Facebook messages. People write me and the essence of the message goes something like this: I'm struggling financially. Can I please have X amount of money? I promise I'll pay you back. If you believe that the way that you're going to get money is by luck, or somebody else needs to give it to you, or you need X miracle and that's your only chance, this person needs to give it to you, this person needs to be less greedy, and your primary energy is revolved around hoping somebody's gonna just give it to you, you're in a pattern where you don't understand the laws of money. You're in a pattern where your consciousness isn't in abundance, it's in scarcity. And it doesn't matter how much money I give you, you still will need more money. Now we see that all the time. We see that with governments. They take it from rich people and they think if they divide it up or they use it, somehow it's gonna help the people with less money make it. It never works that way. You know, it's said that if you take all the money in the world and you put it on a bunch of 747s, you fly it all over the world, eventually it's going to be back in a few people's hands. Why? A few people understand how to actually earn money and attract more of it into their life. Drop the idea that you need luck to create money. It's simply a level of your consciousness, having a product, service, or idea that can help people, and being able to wholeheartedly promote it, share it, and endorse it, and build systems that will allow you to get that service, product, message, or idea out into the world to help as many people as possible. And when you grasp that and you take responsibility instead of, hey, please just give me some, please, that's my only chance right now, then you can attract as much of it into your life as you want. Number 10, you know that financial success will not solve the problems that you may be facing in your life. And when you understand that, then you don't need money. A lot of times people I really need it. And they need it because they believe somehow they're gonna be happier if they get it. Somehow if they have a nicer car, that's what's gonna make their life better. Somehow if X, Y, or Z happens financially, automatically their life's gonna be better. You see, only thing that can truly make you fulfilled is to know who you are, to live your truth, and to be constantly growing as a person. Having money is just a beautiful side effect or a cherry on top that can give you maybe a few more options, a few more security, the opportunity to help a few more people, but that's all it is. And when you understand that, then you're coming from a place of abundance and you can bring it into your life. This is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com. Be sure that you download my free success hypnosis down below to train your subconscious mind for prosperity, for abundance, for success. You can attract the money that you desire into your life if you eliminate all of the ideas and stories from other people. You're right on the cusp of a breakthrough. Comment your favorite step of this video and the one that speaks to you most. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification in the corner, because that's what actually notifies you for new videos. So hit that. Download my free success hypnosis. I'll see you on the next video. Wishing you tons of success, abundance, and prosperity in your life. Thank you for watching.